right, so now I'm just expecting a whole bunch of birthday presents, right?
From who?
I mean, from anybody who is ready and willing to give them to me.
Okay, because I was going to say, I don't know if you should expect them from me. I am still waiting for the ends of my order for the rest of this Black History Month.
I mean, I'm trying to think. I feel like something bad happened already, but I've been out of it for half of this month already, so I have no fucking clue.
Well, like, no, nothing bad happened. It's just one of those, like, talking about like birthday presents and things. I'm just like, yeah, y'all can run all three of us. Like, since all three of us have birthdays in February, it's just like y'all can just go ahead and run the whole table.
Did you know? And I'm gonna start the show in just a second. Did you know that so much revolutionary things happened in February?
Yes.
Yep.
I did not know that until this week, and I'm like, especially like so close to, especially like in this week alone, I'm like the Communist Manifesto was released yesterday back in 1913, I think.
Same with Valentine's Day.
Malcolm X had passed on the 21st. Jeez, that just a lot of shit happened.
I'm just saying, they said that this is a month for visionaries, so we out here.
Hey, I like it. And speaking of that, welcome everybody to Thursday. It is February 22nd, 2024, and it's time once again for my birthday.
Yeah.
Welcome to my birthday. Welcome to my birthday stream.
Clap your hands. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. If you didn't know, that was from Gracie's Corner. I heard that one. Yep.
Oh, okay. So no, I could hear the whole church choir singing that and then modulating the keys like 5 times in that restaurant.
Oh yeah, cause yes.
Actually, hold on for a moment. You know something? I'm gonna find every rendition of Happy Birthday I've saved on my Instagram because they are fun.
I want to say happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Okay, now let's get it officially done. Welcome everybody to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for February 22nd, 2024. Of course, I am one of your hosts and a very, very special birthday boy, Marcus Major Linux Summers. Of course, I'm joined this week and every week by another very, very special birthday boy, Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building.
In the building. Lordy. Guess who turned 40?
Not
it's
me.
Your boy. It's your boy Kev.
My wife tried to. She tried to catch me this morning. Someone said, "You see, another year older, huh?" I said, "I'm not as old as you, though. What's up?" I'm still in my mid-30s, even though my body feels like it's 60.
So this man, like, absolutely chose violence. Okay.
Yup. Every time. Look, I know I'm 36. My body feels like it's 66, but my mind feels like it's 26, man. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we're joined this week, still hitting 100% on his attendance, even though it was shaky last week, but because I caught COVID, he caught a break. It's the other special birthday boy, Sinziak in the building.
Yep. I am 2 years older than Kevin, so I am now 42. See, this is what 42 looks like when you like mind your business and you're not problematic.
Can we just hold on? There we go. I knew I had a special sync cam. Can we just say, look at that, black don't crack, motherfuckers, black don't crack.
Sure doesn't. Let me put on your chapstick though, real quick.
Let's go, Burt Bees.
Oh. Listen, get yourself some mint. I'm just saying.
Black don't crack, but boy, do these joints do.
I can say, black don't crack, but my ankle does.
Wow.
Yep. Ouch.
Okay, so let's get a little bit of stuff out of the way here. Again, even though I have apologized already to these two gentlemen, and they said don't I dare, but I'm going to do it fucking anyway because it is specifically my birthday day.
So here's what's gonna happen. Y'all are going to. I will push this button, Major. You don't want me to push the button.
I don't know what the button is. What the button do?
Don't do it, Major.
I'm going to do it. I have to.
Oh, okay. No, if you do it, I'm pushing the button.
I kind of want to know what the button does. This is actually working against you on this. I want to know what the button does.
Is it working against me though?
I don't know. I might apologize for not being here last week because I caught COVID. Yeah, I did it.
Kevin, do you want to say anything at this time to this foolish man?
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Like you are literally apologizing on the things that are not even close to your control.
I mean,
at all.
I mean, they kind of were, but you know.
Were they?
No, they
weren't.
Were
they though?
Were they though?
Fine, whatever. I still felt bad.
Mm-hmm.
I technically was good Thursday, but you know, I was enjoying the week off.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I slept. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. I slept through Thursday. I was getting ready for that announcement, that Microsoft announcement. I slept through it. Didn't wake up until like late Thursday night. It didn't check to see what Microsoft did until like 5 o'clock Friday morning. I was like, oh, that's what they did? This is all this was? What the fuck was everybody panicking for? But we'll get into that later. What else we got on the list of things? Of course, we've got some alterations to a deal. Walmart wants to get to know you just a little bit better. Nvidia is finally doing some good things with their drivers. And of course, we got some Microsoft news to talk about and some other stuff. So what do y'all gentlemen say we get into it? Huh?
Let's get into the foolishness and the nonsense because they sure did make sure to have plenty of it for us to come back to.
Hopefully I covered it. Things finally did slow down to where I felt like, all right, cool. I'm actually writing articles and having time to breathe now. I feel like the tech world has fired everybody it wants to fire, but I may be speaking too soon. Anywho, first up on tech news this week, Authy has moved its desktop end of life to March. I believe we covered many moons ago that it was supposed to be in August, but Authy's like, you know what? Why wait? Let's just shut it down next month. It's fine. Nobody needs desktop authentication. The fuck we waiting for? So if you are on Windows, like me right now, and you still have the Authy desktop, I don't know what this is gonna mean. Oh wait, I forgot. OBS or Windows 11 does not show that window to you all when I try to pull it up. So this is kind of a moot point. Yeah, if you're on Windows and you're still using desktop Authy, I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what it's going to do when it stops working. But hopefully you keep that thing on you. Because it's going end of life next month. Let's see, specifically March 19th, 2024. Ruin says his manager was annoyed when he saw this. He loves the damn thing. I do too. I had some people on Mastodon trying to convert me over to other services, which there are plenty of open source alternatives to this that also do syncing. I was like, yeah, I think I'm still going to stick with Authy because vendor lock-in, they do not allow for export. They don't have an export function, so I can't move the codes anywhere else. And because I only use Windows for streaming and playing PC games, it's not that big of a deal for me. I have access to the iPad app on my MacBook, and on my Mac Studio, so it's whatever. But yeah, if you were a heavy Windows user and you loved Authy, hopefully the app will still work. I don't know what it's going to look like on March 19th, but I think all the Authy specific codes are going to stop working on that app. I'm not sure what it's going to be like for all the other ones that you set up where it involved the QR code, but even then, setting up those codes are going to be they're going to be more difficult to implement because you can't just take a picture on your phone and hope it syncs to your desktop anymore. You actually have to put in that long ass code to get it to work. Yeah, Merge, did you not know? Authy does not have an export function. If you want to switch over to a new app, you got to disable two-factor or MFA and then reactivate it in the new authentication app. So yeah, for those who are going to switch, good luck with that. Hopefully you do not have a lot of accounts to do that for. But again, that being said, the mobile apps still work. And if you're on M Series Max, you can just use you can actually go to the App Store on your Mac and download the iPad version of Authy from there. Which actually, in my opinion, looks cooler than the desktop version did. I'm still trying to migrate off of Google Auth. Was playing on Authy, but then this news hit. I heard 2FAS was a good alternative. If you go over to Discord, I'll try to go find those. It was actually a post that was made from Avoid the Hack that referenced this article, where we started talking about alternatives to Authy for those who are kind of stuck in there, because yeah, Linux users would also be kind of shit out of luck in this scenario. So what's everybody else switching to? What is everybody else's situation, or do you even use Authy? Am I the only one who is using Authy?
I currently use Authy, but Authy is something that I use only on my phone, and I've only ever used on my phone. So this is kind of like
Google Authenticator on my phone.
Kev's all Google everything. It's a dangerous life to live, my friend. But hey, I respect it.
Except when I'm on my iPad.
We could be all Google everything. They make Google apps for the iPad too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Rua says I switched off Google Authenticator for some reason years ago. I forgot. I did too. Like, I was using Google Authenticator, and for some reason I ended up on Authy, but I think it was because I wanted the syncing. But I don't remember when and if that was a specific reason why. In other tech news, Walmart is acquiring Vizio to better get to know you. Oh, Google Auth syncs now, but they don't encrypt. Ooh, no, thank you. Don't like that.
you said don't encrypt, and like you were just like go ahead and say less right there. You said not encrypted, no sir.
We gonna get into some encryption stuff in a bit. Yeah, that's not a look. That's not a look. Walmart, but yeah, let's go back to this. Walmart has acquired Vizio to better get to know you. I know the rumblings were in the air last week, but Walmart has finally announced that they are acquiring Vizio for $2.3 billion. Not because they want a TV brand, but because they want the analytics and the ad shit that comes with it. They want to get to know you better. And this is from the Walmart press release. The acquisition of Vizio and its SmartCast operating system would enable Walmart to connect with and serve its customers in new ways, including innovative television and in-home entertainment and media experiences. It would also create new opportunities to help advertisers connect with customers, empowering brands with differentiated and compelling opportunities to engage at scale and to realize greater impact for their advertising spend with Walmart. Has anybody ever thought to think that maybe consumers don't want to be sold? Like, can we just start there?
Agreed.
Anywho, and some people were surprised at the news, at this news coming out. There are ways to not have yourself be tracked by TVs. Not only does Vizio do this, there's a lot of manufacturers, Samsung, LG, all of them do it with their smart TV services. And they're not just tracking via, the apps that you launch and be able to kind of communicate with Netflix. Hey, you clicked on the Scott Pilgrim or the Avatar program and you're watching it. Even if you're watching terrestrial television or even satellite television that doesn't even interact with the TV itself can analyze the image on the screen and say, hey, they're watching the 6 o'clock news on ABC. Or they're watching Wheel of Fortune on CBS or whatever, wherever Wheel of Fortune broadcasts. I don't know what it's like in other states. It's ABC here where I live. But yeah, so one thing you can do, actually the best thing you can do is one, just buy a TV that's not smart. Don't do it. Please don't.
Right.
2, do not connect any TV that you buy. If it has to be smart, do not connect it to the internet. Do not connect it to your Wi-Fi. Don't do it. Do not give it an outside signal if you can. One thing you're wondering, so well, I bought a smart TV. Well, how will I watch my Netflix? Buy a set-top box.
Google TV. $20.
Google
Walmart.
TV, even though like they'll still grab your shit. I know Apple TV will probably still grab your shit. Again, I know Apple TV is expensive and it is a very, very elitist thing for me to say. But I'd almost like, if I'm looking at all of them, I'm still going Apple TV every time.
Yep.
Because I know Amazon's gonna sell my shit. I know Google's gonna sell my shit. Apple, they might, but I don't know. Of all the companies, I feel like who wouldn't do it, it's Apple. But they also probably would too. But again, I'd rather them say like, hey, he's watching the Netflix app than he's watching to like just again the evening news.
Yeah.
And reporting that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if my TV needs a firmware update, we've done too much. Again, it's like my stance on cars. Like we should not be having to update all these damn things. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
This is ridiculous.
We should
right,
never
so
be
we
in
need to update your keys real quick.
Yeah.
Our recent firmware update means that if you ever got locked in your trunk, you would never be able to escape. And we decided we were going to fix that because we noticed that was a day zero issue. Question, why are people doing that in your car?
Yeah, like, wait, why does this? How did you find that out? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Also, how did you find that out after you shipped the car?
Yeah. Should never be a day one patch.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing you should have figured out before you sold it. How are we here 3 years after the fact? And you're like, oh shit, people get locked in.
Also, your car shouldn't be bricked. Shouldn't have to be bricked if you bork a firmware update.
GM,
like your car also shouldn't be like remote hackable.
No, that part.
Well, that's every one of them. But Kev specifically, GM, your car should not brick in the middle of driving down a highway. Your brand new Blazer EV should not be bricking in the middle of the highway.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm catching up because boy, chat exploded for a second. Which is why I don't use the sync feature. Oh, okay, so it's still talking about Google Authenticator. If you have encrypted phone backup, you are screwed if you replace your phone. Things we will sing to major in public. versus how will I make money off my customers? Sell them a TV? I don't know. Like that, it should be it. It should be the end of the. When I buy a thing in the store, that should be the end of the transaction. That's it. I don't need anything else from you. Post coming in with a tier 1 sub, 7 months. Woo. Okay, it's just everybody saying hi after that for a second. Now that you mention it, I don't think I ever connected my TV to the internet. I've done on occasion. I should stop doing that, but I just get in a habit. It was like, I just want to see what cool things it'll do, and then I forget to turn it off. But then again, I am accepting the fact. I'm accepting the fact that companies have an ungodly amount of data on me at this point. I'm mainly saying the shit that I say for people who don't know that this is a thing that happens and what you can do to avoid it.
It's basically information, but yeah, we're already commoditized. It's like keeping people informed about what could happen.
Yeah, don't follow my path down here. It's terrible. It's disgusting over here.
Yeah, it's basically lessening the fact of being commoditized. I mean, we all have phones and tablets, so we're already being commoditized. But at least your television will not be a way for them to get into you and scrape data from you. So it's lessening that impact.
The merch says, good luck finding a non-smart TV these days. I've seen some TVs automatically connect to any unsecured network to transmit data. I'm wrapping my house. I would say I would wrap my house in a Faraday cage, but I feel like that's not going to go well for me.
No, it's not going to go well for you now.
You know, what happens if you do that?
I'm sorry, what happened?
Then what happens if you do that?
Oh, what happens if I wrap my house in a Faraday cage?
Yep.
I ain't making any phone calls anytime soon, that's for sure. I don't know why I have Wi-Fi calling. I do have Wi-Fi calling, so maybe. Just got delivery of my vehicle, and there's already a day 180 gigabyte batch.
But like I said, just to emphasize the point about there are fewer dumb TVs than there are smart TVs. Just in that respect, just do not connect them to the internet. Yeah.
Or if that one example of a TV connecting to an unsecure network, if that's what's happening, create a dummy network and just point it to nothing.
Yeah.
Get a pie hole and figure out where that TV is talking to, and block all of those IP addresses. Nvidia released a new shield. Don't they have the stick out now? I could have sworn they released the new stick. It's like a stick or something like that. I connected one TV just to test it out. Even after evoking access, it would just log back into my Google account on its own. I had to block it from the internet and change my password. Damn. That's just aggressive. Not making any phone calls. That's not a bad thing as long as you have wired Ethernet, then you good. Yeah. Yeah, see? I can just wrap my house in Faraday. Just make my house a Faraday cage. It'll be great. And a stick, I could have sworn is it like an Nvidia shield stick or something like that. Yeah, this thing right here. This little stick. Wow, it's actually just the Shield TV. That's all you need, buddy. So okay then. Yeah, then you don't want that. You don't want that then. If you already got the Shield TV Pro, you don't want this. Cool. We just gonna move right on along then. But I would recommend Shield TV or TV Pro instead of a smart TV, if you will.
Yes.
I'm still I recommended Vizio. Even before the Walmart acquisition, I would always recommend Vizio. For what they, granted, it seems like they were subsidizing their cost of their TVs, to sell the data from the like sell the data that they were collecting, I would still recommend a Vizio TV. It's just that, yeah, like I would almost say like, yeah, but I would, you know, have that caveat of do not connect it to the internet. But that's every TV now at this point. You buy any TV, it's like, hey, do not connect it to the internet. And I think I was talking to somebody before where I feel like the selling point for a TV now would be non-internet capable. Like that, it's sad that TVs have now gotten to a point where it's like, in order for them to be selling points, they have to not be connected to the internet.
I think a good television is like non-smart, either UHD or HDR.
Those are two different technologies.
I know. That's what I said. Or.
Well, no, I'm saying like those are two. Like you kind of will want both.
I know.
Oh, okay.
But that's why I said or.
I don't know if you're gonna get just an HDR TV that isn't 4K.
Right. Or that's what I'm saying. Like you get like you get a nice
either 4K or 4K and HDR.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Got you.
So you get that non-smart, and then you get and you make sure that it has ample HDMI ports.
Look, non-smart. That is an option on Best Buy for selecting TVs.
And that's 4K. What's the size on that?
No, I'm just talking about an option like for television type.
And that's what you need.
It is an option that just says not smart.
Which here's the thing though. To me. Wouldn't like places like LG, Hisense, Samsung, wouldn't that behoove them to make more not smart television?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's going to be a selling point after a while.
Right.
Like, we don't want to be spied on, so can I get a non-smart?
Right. Plus, on top of that, they don't have to like pay a license to like Amazon and Google or Alphabet.
It ain't looking great though.
So that's what I'm saying. You would save, like, say, the TV companies would save money from not having to pay, you know, a license to like Amazon or Google for their technologies, for like Google TV or Fire TV. And then people would be like, okay, I want more. I want a not smart television, and they would save money. So people would be, you'd make more on not smart TVs, then you would save more money, not having to then subsidize that, or what's the one I'm trying to think of? You would basically save money from not having to give like Amazon and Google they cut for using their technology. It's a win-win.
So, yes, it's not the mouse, it's the keyboard, by the way.
They probably get kicked back from.
Not the viewing screen telling on you.
Thanks, Roy. Appreciate it. So yeah, looking at what Best Buy has to offer, the cheapest non-commercial panel that you can get inside of your house is an Insignia 40-inch TV for $140. Outside of that, you start going like the commercial displays, and apparently you have to have a business account in order to buy those. There's this one outdoor TV,
which is weird because I know some folks would love outdoor TV, waterproof outdoor TVs, especially in like the back porch.
But yeah, like you are not getting like yeah, like the only thing you're getting is like these Insignia Best Buy brand TVs. Like that, we getting the Westinghouse 32-inch off Amazon for $130. What do you mean a Westinghouse 32-inch? I got there's a Insignia 43-inch for $130. What are you saying, dog? And they're all 1080p.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, because this just
That's
says
rusting
HD,
out.
so it's 720p. Oh, a 32-inch 720p display in 2024. What are we doing?
Not bad. That's a bedroom TV. That's fine.
Dog, my bedroom TV's a 4K, man.
Well, see, that's you. That's you, mate.
I can't do it.
I am.
It's bad
I am.
enough. It's bad enough. My secondary TV, because my main one's broken, is it's a 1080p display, and it doesn't hurt, but also this TV is just fucking old.
Like I am.
Excuse me.
I am. Oh,
I might.
It is. I just had to sneeze for a moment. I'm sorry.
okay. I am very much Julius when it comes to like TVs.
Oh, I get it.
I'm like, you got a 4K in your bedroom? You ain't gonna see all them frames when you sleeping. You ain't gonna see all that resolution when you sleeping.
See, that's the thing, Pulse. I don't watch my TV in my bedroom anymore. I really don't. Like, mainly because and it's the Julius thing, but it's not like so much. I can't watch it while I'm sleeping. I can't watch it with my glasses off anymore. So now I listen to music. It's pointless for me to try to watch TV because I can't see shit. So yeah, like for me, like when I'm in bed. See, this is why Kev can like my shit or can reshare and like my reshares on TikTok during the day, because at night before he wakes up, I go through 50 videos and curate them for him. That way when he wakes up, he's like, okay, I like what he reshared.
Because it's literally like it's like I see all of like Major's reposts, so I just be like, and then I just going through and I'm like, well, repost.
Yep.
Most of the time, if it's like if I see like a repost, like 2 or more reposts on a video, I just go ahead and repost
He's
it.
like, look, they verified, they vetted it.
They
But
vetted
yeah,
it.
if it's one, I might have to go through half, because it's like, all right, you had me in the first half.
And sometimes it's really cool when I repost something and then see all the different notifications talking about repost. And I'm like, yes.
That's right. I did it for the culture, baby. Yeah.
I started a repost chain. Let's go.
Yeah, you should see TikTok for me like about noon. He's like, oh, everybody else is woken up.
Yep.
Like I did my work. Whew, the hey, trouble sleeping lady shows up on TikTok. All right, time for me to go to bed.
And yeah, hey,
you don't know my life. Get out of here.
And
okay, she don't know your life, but she catches you at the exact same time every day.
And
Same time.
And here's the wild part: like TikTok used to be like the wonderful like my thirst trap friends and all the kind of cool stuff. And then now it's like I go to Instagram for the thirst traps now because
TikTok has been taken over by like, look, we're going to save Palestine come hella hot water.
Right. So now it's like, okay,
Hey.
I have thoroughly spread the word. So now let me go to now let me go to Instagram for my thirst trap
I'm still
things.
apprehensive about thirst trap accounts, man.
They're doing the Lord's work.
I know they are, but like, at the end of the quarter, I'm looking at, is this too much? Is this too much?
No.
I should unfollow these accounts. I feel like it's too much.
No. Again.
But now I found all
I
the
appreciate
Palestinian content on Instagram, and I just like, nope, I'm just gonna do it here too.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'm doing that there too as well.
I'm not throwing shade at you, but it's like, look.
Merge has said the correct opinion here.
Nothing wrong with fitness videos. Yes. And yes.
I'll reward myself with thirst traps when we liberate Palestine and once we liberate everybody, then I will have nothing to do but look at thirst traps.
See, I've
entire line, you know it.
I've said this many times.
What do you mean if we have no causes to fight for it? What do you think is going to happen to TikTok and Instagram?
When are we going to run out of those?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I did not hear your question.
I said, when are we going to run out of those?
Look, I told you what it would take for me to get back to thirst trap videos. I can't help what I can't help. Isn't that what y'all said at the beginning when I tried to apologize? I can't help what I can't help.
But
I can't help what I can't help.
You still did it though.
I can't help what I can't help. Damn.
Okay, so we'll see those thirst traps tomorrow. That's what I heard.
But see, I've said this many times. I've said this multiple times on this channel and in this podcast. We can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time.
I will wear that. But look again, I told you what my requirements were to see the thirst traps again. I can't help that, you know, capitalism, imperialism, and white supremacy are just running rampant around the world right now.
But
I can't help what I can't help.
Like say white supremacy gonna white and supreme all the men of the day. But what you can also do is make sure that you point that to the wonderful Black femme creator of color thirst trap creators who are doing the Lord's work in spite and despite the rampant use of white supremacy and the rampantness of white privilege.
So you say it's for the culture. So you say by following the thirst trap accounts, it's for the culture.
It's for the culture. Because again, that's what I'm saying. They are doing the Lord's work.
How the hell did we get here from fucking talking about smart TVs?
Hey, I don't know how we got here, but we're here now, and this is where we are.
I'm going to explain how we got here. To talk about things during the month of Black excellence, both historically, presently, and in the future, is to incorporate both struggle and joy. We are definitely in the joy corner at the moment.
Excuse me, I would like to append something to the Black excellence, because, you know, somebody did point out something to me. I was reading something. We should also celebrate Black mediocrity. I'm just saying.
So, you know, like, here's the thing. We said something about Black excellence, but the people over here know that the way that this works, I say about 10% of the things, because if I said 100% of the things, this show would be 3 hours longer per episode on average.
Yeah.
So let's know.
Black men.
But
oh, damn it.
Hashtag would be it's aight. That would be the whole hashtag. It's aight.
Hashtag it's aight.
But like,
that right.
Okay, y'all hit me with this 120 second timer. The whole thing here.
My daily, so let me celebrate the excellence.
The whole thing is, all things being like things currently as they exist, it's very rare that Black people get to just go, I'm going to do something, and the thing that I'm going to do or make or attempt to make or try out or experiment with is just simply not going to be stellar. I'm going to do things. It's going to be bad art, bad music. The rap is going to fall flat. This has no bars and I get no bitches. And I'm going to have to come back and like try that again to step that up a little bit later. And that's fine, right? It's okay for us to just be not great at things the first time, the second time, or the 10th time, or it should be. Just like it is for, well...
Wait, is this the 108th time?
Theoretically, literally everyone else.
Yeah.
Is this the 108th episode?
This is. That's why I had to like, wait, I think last episode was 107. So this is just Black mediocrity for the 108th time.
Mm-hmm. We ain't gotta be great every minute of every part of the day. We could be just okay.
The 400th article I've written is just men, Black men.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's alright.
I mean, sometimes
I ate. That article was fire, but this Walmart one.
Yep.
Like some days I ate, but some days you just should be allowed to just nibble. Be like,
yeah.
You gotta crumb off that plate.
It's like them videos. It'd be sometimes you could be like, woo, or sometimes it could be like, that's what I'm talking. That's what is MVP. That's why it's the GOAT. The GOAT. Sometimes it could be like, I mean, it's all right? I mean, that's really not everything that we do is gonna be great, and that's what we need to celebrate. Sometimes that didn't hit, and it's okay because it doesn't have to hit all the time. Also, I'm tired of people being the first something in 2024. I hate that. The first Black to do this, the first black to do that. No, we shouldn't be the first. We should be the 8th, and I want to be the 8th.
How many black techie gaming websites are out there? I'm that guy. I'm the
Right.
I'm N+1.
We shouldn't
Strive to be N+1.
We try to be like +1. We should be like number 10. That's what we should be. We should be 11.
Like honestly speaking, I feel like I could speak for everybody on this one thing and say that it would be our fondest wish if y'all were so spoiled for options to go and see all the melanin doing all the things that y'all were just be like, I mean, this isn't necessarily like the top 10, but then there are also like 50 of these, so you know something, it's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. That part. to just be okay. To just be okay.
Black excellence is great and all, but sometimes it's nice to be the N+1 person to do something.
Yes. Yes.
Just so you know, those posts are on Mastodon right now.
Immediately yes. Immediately yes. Immediately yes.
BlackOK.com is available for purchase.
The way I cackled.
If only I had the money to park on that domain right now.
Hold on for a moment. How much money is it to buy BlackOK.com?
Well, post since post is there. Tech Talk Thursday is the 12th best black tech podcast.
And you know,
I'm okay with
I'm
that.
fine with that.
I'm all right with
okay with that.
You know what that means? That means we get to have 12. We get to have 12 other people that just like we get to fist bump and be like, we see you out here. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Cause I would definitely be listening to like the first 4.
Pulse, please.
Pulse. We see you. Look, we'll let you know, but right now you okay. But we do want to know what the price of that domain is.
Like, what's that domain price though?
What's the domain price?
All right.
Well, y'all look that up. I'm gonna move on.
Canceled? Of course not.
Not if I got something to say about that. I'll use my smallish platform to stop that from happening. 100 shit. That's black excellence prices.
You know something? Let's talk about this after the show, because I mean, do we want to do that?
$157.
Let me put it like this. My payday is this weekend. What's up?
You know what? All right, cool. Lessons to learn from this article. Don't plug your TV to the internet. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
And go, and if you can find a dumb TV, get a dumb TV. If not, just don't plug yours in.
I mean, you just gonna get Insignia or Westinghouse. Have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Ruin said he already bought it.
Wait, I already bought it.
Oh not God. ruining things.
Ruin said, mine.
Oh my goodness. I need a job or something. Look, again, hit up the Patreon, patreon.com/testchairanalyst. We need money to do shenanigans like this.
You never announced the domain plans live.
I mean, well, shit, I was gonna be able to do with it. So
we were like, Ruin, you got it.
Yeah, I was like, whatever, dog.
Not merge. It's the betrayal × 2 combo in this chat for me.
By myself. Merge said,
two?
You know what? Merge was like, cracks knuckles. Give myself.
Merge out here fist bumping with Ruin. I hate this for me.
In sports news, Apple released a sports app.
Sorry, in sports news?
I guess in Apple.
We don't do that. We don't do that here.
It's an app. Apple has a sports app now, like weather and news.
Okay.
It's sports.
I'll check it out on my
Can
iPad.
Can I just say I'm very confused about this? Can't you just like filter out your news so that you only get news about sports?
I mean, but this would just, I think it's like for sports scores, stats, and stuff like that. Not like
Yeah.
what's happening in the sport.
Yeah, it's not like news. It's more like what was the score for the Cowboys game last night, kind of thing. Like,
But now you don't have to ask Siri for it. You can just open this app and then see it.
You're gonna open this app and then see it instead of just downloading ESPN, which everybody already has.
Dun.
I mean, you could download ESPN or this app. I don't know. Which one integrates live scores into your phone? I don't know. I haven't used the ESPN app in a long time, so like I'm pretty sure like it uses like the live activities thing, whereas like when the game is going, it'll like put the score down at the bottom of your phone so you can kind of keep track of it as it's going and shit. I don't know.
So two things, right? Yes. Two things. Thing number one, I'm confused because who asked for this? That's rhetorical. Second question, live activities. What is the purpose of these things? Because I've only seen them when it comes to Instagram. So it's like, hey, you're still uploading your story and stuff like that. And I'm like, I know that when I swapped to this.
That is the one and only time I had seen them up until I want to say 2 weeks ago when I ordered DoorDash for the first time in like a decade and a live activity showed up for DoorDash. I think they also work for Uber, but I don't know. I'm the driver, not the rider, so I don't know if that works. But I think like it's supposed to be like for sports scores, like to let you know like the progress of something. But yeah, I have only seen it work on Instagram, and it is ass when it does it.
Because it's like, hey, you closed this app while you were in the middle of, yes, I did, on purpose. Like, you can upload these stuff. You don't need me to watch it. It's fine.
Yeah, and it's like, it's very inaccurate. Like, sometimes it'll just never go away, and then eventually it does. It is wholly inconsistent. And I hate it, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would like to use it for, other informative things. Like, hey, letting me know when my food will arrive at my house. Even though I do not pay attention to my phone near that much to really even fucking care. But, I mean, it's there. But I guess that's what that's for. But yeah, Apple released a sports app because I guess people wanted a way to keep track of sports scores. And they released it, after the Super Bowl. So, nah.
Nah.
But honestly, I think they released it because they got finished with this and they needed something to do. Speaking of encryption from several stories ago, Apple has future-proofed their iMessaging encryption to make sure that nobody can crack it now, nor in the future when quantum computers are more readily available. They are, from what I understand, the second messaging app that does this. The first being Signal, who did that 5 months ago. For those who think that this is not important, I assure you that it is. Maybe not for you specifically, but hey, if you are sending sensitive data that, might be pertinent 20 years from now, which I don't know what that would be, but if you were, people could just steal your messages and just fucking wait until they can crack the encryption, and then hey, they now have secret data. So Apple's new encryption cryptography algorithm now implements a algorithm called Kyber, which is impossible to crack even with a quantum computer. And yeah, so your messages are safe now and they will be in the future. Again, like the only other messaging service that implements a similar type of encryption is Signal. I am not sure if WhatsApp also uses the same type of encryption that Signal uses, but Signal's is open source, if I'm not mistaken. So more people could implement it, but yeah. I would say if you were looking for a messaging platform to, you know, communicate off the grid and for nobody to snoop around, Signal is still going to be your best choice because it is multi-platform. But if you are talking between iPhones, iMessages is not a bad move. UK Gov putting together a case now, should have it ready to go in 20 years. Or says, think about what has been said on iMessage Signal with the encryption that with the expectation that it's encrypted. Now think how many encrypted dumps the government is sitting on right now. Exactly. But see, like, yeah, they've got it's like, for the ones they already got, that's done. But anything after iOS 17.4, which I also should have mentioned, this will be available on iOS 17.4, which should be due out, I want to say, any day now, probably any day now. But yeah, with iOS 17.4, all the messages should be encrypted with this new cryptography algorithm. Therefore, you know, somebody can steal the messages and then nobody will be able to see them. So, like, ever. So it'd be kind of a moot point. But again, this is all theoretical. We don't know. The quantum computers aren't readily available to test this stuff. I don't know how they tested Kyber, and I cannot wait to find out that, oh no, Kyber wasn't as strong as we thought it was, and we have to figure out something else. And Poe says that his smart TV knows all of his secrets. Hashtag callback. So, gentlemen, I want to put this to you. Have you sent anything through a messaging app that you hope to God nobody will ever see, ever?
No comment.
What I will say is, listen, respectfully, very respectfully, if you took the time to go look for it, I hope you got what you came for.
If you found it, you found it. If you found it, God bless. If not, who cares?
Honestly, if you found it, God bless. And if for some reason you're just like, I cannot believe that this is information that I now have, my life is ruined, consider next time, mind your business.
That part.
I have still had people who would send me a password or like a social security number or something like that. And like, these are things I had asked for because I needed, or some of my parents had asked for because we were trying to fill out a form, but I would still have them delete the messages off the phone in the event that somebody picks up the phone and sees it. So which, like, if the government ever got it, then they have information they already have. I want to say the most vulgar thing that I probably have on my phone that I've sent through iMessages is a picture of a long piece of shit.
Major, I just have so many questions and I don't want to know the answers.
I have no questions.
It is actually pretty tame. I promise you, it's pretty tame. I mean, I could share it with you. I could keep it private. It's not bad, but it was just. I saw something and I could not believe it, and I had to send it to my wife. Or to make this easier, I sent it to the mother of my child. But yeah. Actually, no, it's just only the one. There have been opportunities where I could have sent more than one, but no. All I know is at the end of it, I think we need to change my son's diet. Yeah. Parents should know. Like, look, there's some things you see as a parent, and it's like, wow, that cool. Nvidia driver updates no longer need a login thanks to a new app. I did not know that it was. I don't think I was aware that I could not update my Nvidia drivers without logging in, because I always just logged in.
Yep. We just logged in, so it didn't really matter. But
Yeah,
now,
I did not know. Like, yeah, I've always logged in. Like, okay, I get a driver update. I did not know that you had to do it to get the driver updates.
Like, I know. Basically, when I find out that I couldn't do a thing, is when I'm like, this is a fresh install, and I'm not logged in to GeForce Experience. Once you're logged into GeForce Experience, it's like, yeah, you don't have to. Great, you never have to worry about this ever again.
Yeah. Like, so it's like, it wasn't that big of an issue, especially when they allow Google login. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll just log in through Google. It's fine. Even though I've been hearing from people that may not be the greatest thing, but you know what? I did it anyway. I know what I'm getting into. Don't mind me. Don't watch me watch TV in your bedroom where TVs aren't supposed to be. That's a callback. But yeah, so Nvidia has now put out this new app in beta that you do not have to log into, and you can get driver updates. And I totally did that. I downloaded this new app and I updated my driver, and it was great. I did not have to log into it. So yes, it is this wonderful app. It's called Nvidia app. As you can see, I am not logged into it. It says log in. I'm not logged in. And you can go to these drivers and you can download new drivers.
I can just imagine Jameson like really like thinking about that and being like, aha, I'm a genius. And puts on this leather jacket and goes to his people and be like, Nvidia app. And then round of applause.
Now, see, did you have the login to your Nvidia account to download? No. Nope. I had to search for Nvidia beta or Nvidia app beta, and it took me to the page, and then I downloaded it.
Yep, I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow.
The only thing that bugs me about this is there's this thing for redeem, and I can't make it go away. I can't make the green dot go away. So it's just there now. I'm gonna click redeem and see what happens. Okay, so I log in there. Did it go away now? Nope, it still wants me to log in. So I guess like in order for this green dot to go away, I have to log in. And I feel like that's going to bug me. That's going to bug me about this whole damn app now because I don't have to log in. But yeah, so what they do here is like they've added both the GeForce Experience and the Nvidia control panel app together. There's still some features that aren't in here, but they're going to be adding it over time. Oh, you can't see all of my storage? I want you to see all of my storage. Oh, it doesn't show all of my storage.
Come you hiding your storage, Major?
I'm not trying to hide it. It hid it.
I thought we were
available reward. Oh, that's for notifications, so it's not like it will make the dot go away. That's a bummer.
I was about to say, Major, I thought we were friends.
I mean, I thought we were too.
But you out here hiding your storage.
I mean, if you want to see the storage, I can show you the storage. It's like right here. It's right here. Some storage. So yeah, not only does it combine GeForce Experience and the control panel, it also gives you this one-stop shop to go download all their other applications like GeForce Now, Nvidia Broadcast, Nvidia's Omniverse, Nvidia Canvas, iCat, and FrameView. So yeah, all of these tools, and it's great. And they've also updated the Nvidia overlay that goes in with games as well, so you can kind of get all the cool Nvidia stuff. The one thing they did take out though was the 3D picture view, where you can like take a 3D image of like inside of your game. I'm gonna miss that feature. I used that to make a 3D image of Marcus Holloway popping a wheelie on a highway in San Francisco. It was great. Yeah, it does. That control panel app really does kind of need some help. So yeah, they said they combined some of that stuff. I haven't seen a lot of it in there, but again, like they're not done. It's still in beta, so your mileage may vary. Who's ready to talk about some more actually official game stuff now, though?
Official game stuff. Well, we do like official.
This was a bridge. This was the bridge. The bridge between worlds. Like the Avatar.
All right, take me to the bridge.
Microsoft has finally opened up about the future of Xbox. And no, they are not stopping making consoles. Even though some people really think they should. They should just stop. Quite frankly, I'm okay with it. They continue making consoles. It's whatever. I don't care. First off, they talked about bringing Xbox to every screen imaginable. Whether that's your Xbox, your TV, your PC, your phone, the Neuralink, I don't know. Well, VR, for that matter. I'm still waiting on some AA batteries so I can play Game Pass in my VR headset. Also, we are finally getting our first Activision Blizzard game to come to Game Pass, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's Diablo 4. I held out long enough to finally be able to play Diablo 4.
Same. Like real talk. I read in. Did they not say before that, or did anybody see or remember articles saying that Diablo 4 was not going to come to Game Pass?
I don't remember that. It sounds like something I feel like somebody might have possibly said at one point.
Yeah.
I know that Larian Studios said Baldur's Gate 3 wasn't.
Oh yeah. Larian said, no, we're not doing that. And I'm like, that's fine. Because that was fine.
Here we go. Dead Island 2 is on Game Pass Ultimate today. It's all Ultimate, but it's only out on Xbox.
Yes.
It's not on PC. PC gamers were kind of bummed about that.
Yeah.
And also said Mikey Barra said multiple times that it was never coming to Game Pass.
See, that's what I recall, because I remember
maybe that's what it was like though.
Yeah, because it was like they had.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Well, sorry, we're gonna have to let you go then, dog.
Because I remember it was like when it was finalized, and then it was like, everybody was making the whole thing of like what games could possibly be on Game Pass, and then it was like Diablo 4 on Game Pass, and then it was like vehemently denied. It was like no.
Well, to be fair, they were all saying no. Like I think everybody was saying no about everything. And then it was like
no.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, it's not going to be on Game Pass right now. Just give us a minute. Let the dust settle, and we'll put something ABK on Game Pass. You'll be fine.
Right. I was thinking more of like, look, we just got here. We put our luggage down. We unpacked the bags. We're still trying to get back trying to get back into a new groove.
Like, I just want to sit down for a second. My feet hurt. Yeah. These people.
So I was of the mindset of give us about a year, give us till about Summer Games Fest.
I would have said probably by summer something would have happened.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said a year.
Yeah,
because Call
at
of
least,
Duty is coming out.
right. So I would be like, at least like give people an opportunity to like, okay, let's get settled. Let's get new keys to the office, new name tags, new badges, and let's figure it out and come together. But it was like there were articles saying it's not going to happen. We're not doing it. It never's going to be. And then all of a sudden, and then I looked back one day and I was just like, Diablo 4 is on Game Pass, and I was like, oh what?
But remember, look at what's on Game Pass and look who isn't there anymore.
Right. So yeah. So the no's were completely removed, and the no's became yeses. So billions of dollars can change one's mind. Exactly, Merge. Because I was thinking to myself, like, I would never say never. Like, studios can say no to it.
Phil Spencer never said never. It was right. That was his thing. Yeah. Like, look, we're never going to say never, because like I think he was asked. It was a scripted ask about whether or not Indiana Jones or Starfield was coming to PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, those aren't the ones we're moving now, but never say never. So
never say never.
Like, eventually Starfield will end up on PS5, and with all this going down now, I would bet that Bethesda still has PS5 code for Starfield.
It's just a matter of just implementing it and, you know, pressing it on the disc, and
it's sitting on GitHub somewhere.
Yeah,
like on Microsoft's private GitHub.
It's sitting on a hard drive holding up Todd's desk right now. Leveling Todd's desk right now.
Hope it's not one of them SanDisk SSDs.
Nah.
Those extreme SSDs they were not good.
Yeah, it's probably one of those starts with a K. One of those.
What?
Major knows.
Kingston?
Huh?
Kingston?
No. It's like a Kaokia, something. Starts with K. We see him a lot during Paul's videos.
I don't watch Paul's videos like that.
Oh, I watch Paul's videos like that, but I can't.
Yeah, I know you do.
Oh, I do. I watched one today.
Is it a storage device?
Yeah, it's like a storage device, but I can't think of the name of it. I can't pronounce it. It begins with a K. Karokria, something like that. Yeah, can't think of it. Anyway, move on.
Yeah, if somebody thinks of it, put it in chat. I would be interested if I know what that is.
Yeah, add me in the chat.
Kioxia?
Yes, that.
I have never seen that before.
Yeah, I've seen that in Paul's videos. Paul covers it sometimes, so he does ad reads for it. But yeah, someone one of those. Those are like I think they're like industry drives. Yeah.
Enterprise grade SSDs. Damn.
Yeah, Enterprise.
Definitely, I've not heard of them because I am not looking in that direction at all.
Yeah, and that's why I said it would be holding up Todd's desk.
I am on industry grade hard disk drives right now. I cannot afford an industry grade SSD.
Them bad.
Still consumer grade. Just shit. I can't even afford consumer grade. I was about to say, just dabbling in gaming grade, which is like consumer grade, just with a price with a gamer tax on it. But
yeah, bit of a gaming tax.
Let's see, other consoles. They teased that, hey, they're working on the next generation of the Xbox, which is going to blow your mind.
Which they always say that.
I mean, yes, everybody will. I feel like, do y'all understand? Like, I have a PC, but whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah, yes, please tell the console gamers that it's going to blow their minds, and PC gamers are like, right. Yeah, dog, we've been here for like 5 years. Where you been?
No, I'm saying specifically Xbox has said that.
Yeah, I know. But it's like, y'all also like sell Windows. Don't y'all know what's in PCs? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Intel and Microsoft are getting together for some chips too. I feel like AMD's got that console locked though. Well, I don't know. They might. I imagine they would switch over to Intel. Intel does have like a better gaming CPU pedigree than AMD does. And now that they have Arc, I can see a console, but Arc's got to come with it. Arc's got to come with something other than what they got. Like, have they put out anything other than the A770s? And so they didn't say what the chips are going to be used for, though. I imagine it's going to be for AI. That's all Microsoft has been fucking focusing on lately. Like, if it's Microsoft saying it, and I think it's just AI shit. If it's Xbox, then yeah, I think that's something else. But yeah, so they're talking about a console that's going to just like blow your mind. But they say that every time. And also possibly a gaming handheld. Which I think should be like a Surface Go. Like, well, I don't know if they want to call it like a Surface Go. I said like a Surface Pad or something that works like the Legion Go. Where it's like you just sell people a Surface that's gaming capable, whereas like more gaming type hardware in it, and you provide little side controllers like the Legion Go. That way you could take off the controllers and you have a regular Surface. AMD slander, now you're the 13th best black podcast. Hashtag callback. Wait, when did I slander AMD? I don't. Oh, when I said that Intel had better gaming performance, they do. They have better single core performance than AMD.
But again, did.
Yeah, they always do. That's not a jab. I still prefer AMD because that's better multi-core performance. Hello, yeah. I'm a creator.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I want multi-core.
It's like Intel, if all you're ever going to do is play games and maybe a little light streaming. AMD, if you're going to stream and game.
Yeah.
That's like AMD is a content creator's friend.
That's never slander. Like when I say Intel is great single core performance, like I feel like that's slander to Intel's like that's all it's really known for. Like it's known to do that one thing very well. AMD could do a lot of things very well.
Very well. And when you break down like the benchmarks, it's like AMD loses by maybe like 3 frames. 2%, if that, unlike performance, and it's cheaper.
I'm working hard to get back into 12 spots. I feel like I should have lost the point to begin with. I'm just saying, I did not share any slander. I don't know what's going on here.
No, it's fact. It's
12 and a half. Again, I lost half a point. I don't understand.
Not 12 and a half.
Anywho.
By indirectly slandering, possibly maybe not slandering AMD for factual benchmarks.
Like just shooting in the vicinity of AMD by accident because Intel just happened to be behind them.
I mean, we like AMDs here. We all rock AMDs. Like I've had AMDs, you know, I've had AMD CPUs, you know, for better or worse. Literally for better or worse.
AMD because I wanted that performance. I wanted that multi-core performance. I'm saying, like, what are we doing here? So also, the big news here that everybody was kind of chomping at the bit for is the fact that Xbox is putting games on other consoles. How dare they?
That's all.
How dare they? And then we have to wait for the developers to tell us what games are going where until Microsoft decided they wanted to share that information anyway. Of course, yesterday Nintendo did have a partner showcase direct where Grounded and Pentiment were highlighted. Grounded actually got a presentation. Pentiment was like, oh yeah, Pentiment's also coming.
Pentiment was in the sizzle reel. It was in the sizzle.
Which, like, I would have highlighted Pentiment over Grounded. People know what Grounded is. I don't think people know what Pentiment is. I feel like you should explain what Pentiment is. But that's not how that went down. It's whatever. So I had every intention to say, all right, we know what 2 of the 4 games are. Also, I want to point out that I wrote the article that we just came from. I wrote that it was going to be these 4 games, by the way. A week before we found out.
A Negrodamus moment?
Not really. It's more like, hey, I did my research. I was reading around and kind of sussed out from what other people were saying was, all right, it's going to be these 4.
Okay.
But yeah, Grounded and Pentiment were on the Nintendo event. Then Hi-Fi Rush leaked. And then I guess Microsoft was like, okay, yeah, also see a shut up post. No joke, I was hoping Redfall was going to be one of the games going to PS5. Why?
It needs to help.
No, it don't. It just needs to die.
Hey.
It needs to
You
die.
know, so I'm just Major, right? Just kind of as a point of order here.
Yes.
How do you really feel? I just want to, I just feel like we could get into the journalism about it. How do you actually feel about this?
About what though? Redfall or these list of games?
About Redfall. How do you feel about it?
I think it's a terrible game. Like, again, Microsoft, like during that whole Bethesda, the ZeniMax acquisition, everybody was like focused on fucking Starfield, and they let Redfall just come out and just be like, shit, nobody checked on them.
Yeah, Redfall literally just twisted in the wind. Redfall is what happened because you know how many times. Hold on, make sure you can hear me. Do you know how many times like games fall by the wayside when they have too many hands in the pots, too many people, too many people and shareholders being like, the game has to be this, the game has to have that, the game has to have this, and it doesn't really gel. This is what Redfall is what happens when you basically hands off and let somebody have way too much freedom.
Yeah, this was definitely the opposite of there were no cooks in the kitchen. It was just all the line cooks.
And everybody's just microwave. No, this was the dishwashers. This was it.
Oof.
Nobody had culinary experience.
Oof.
This was dishwashers. This were busboys. Because they didn't even have animation when there needed to be animation.
Ruin says Redfall is what we should always expect from Xbox Game Studios. And then I beg to differ because then we got Starfield. But,
Yeah. I mean, keep it a band in the buck with you. That's how we got Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
That's how we have Pentiment. Actually playing
Grounded. That's how we got these 4 games.
Right. So I'm and then to see possibly great things that are coming out from the Outer Worlds and maybe Avowed is coming out. So Xbox Studios is to me a basically a D8. It's basically a D8. You roll it, and you may get a 1 or you may get an 8. You're not gonna get a definitive. You're not gonna get a definitive number.
We need to mute Ruin. I'm just saying.
I mean,
why are we muting Ruin?
All I see is trash and Hi-Fi Rush. Should have Redfall in there. Yes, we need to have
Redfall. But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. we can talk say people are talking about. When we show examples of good games, everybody wants to bring up Redfall and Starfield. Everybody wants to bring up.
How was Starfield a bad game? It was a good game.
But like I say, Starfield's not a bad game.
It's a good game.
Starfield is not a bad game. It's just a Bethesda game, and that's what people have.
Look, we can't help that y'all expect the shit that won't gonna happen. If you go in with no expectations, like some of us, it's the best fucking game ever. I'm just saying.
And that's why I tell people to lower their expectations when it comes to Nintendo showcases. So you're gonna get disappointed.
I'm just saying. You go in expecting nothing other than Bethesda jank, and it actually shows up as something other than Bethesda jank. Look, you were impressed. You leave impressed, and I was impressed. It was enough to where it's I looked at other Bethesda games and said, you know what, maybe I should try it. And I actually still want to play Elder Scrolls. I do not want to play Fallout. I still don't want to play Fallout, but I would like to play Elder Scrolls.
I could be swayed. I could be possibly swayed to playing an Elder Scrolls game. I could not be swayed to play Fallout. And
I even looked at Dragon Age.
Ooh.
I even looked at Dragon Age. When I realized, okay, maybe I just like RPGs. It was Damn, you know what?
Maybe
There's a lot. I actually own a lot. I mean, I don't know if I own a lot, but I have access to a lot of RPGs.
If you're going to be entertaining Dragon Age,
here we go.
If you're going to be entertaining the idea of Dragon Age, just go full haul and just jump into Baldur's Gate.
I mean, can I show you my wallet, my bank account, maybe?
I don't want to.
I mean, that's why I'm waiting for Diablo to come out. So I can be distracted with Diablo while I'm waiting for Baldur's Gate to materialize one day.
I'm literally just waiting for a good 20 to 25% off discount for Baldur's Gate, and I'm good.
Merch says there is still room for someone to make Space Skyrim. I would rather have that than Space Fallout.
There is Space Skyrim. It's called Outer Worlds.
That's also another one that's like right there. It is like I should probably play that too.
You should probably play.
I know
Outer
that was
Worlds.
suggested, and I think I don't forget what happened with that. I think I got distracted. I got distracted with Final Fantasy 12. That's what it was.
Okay. Yeah, I literally played like an hour of that, and I really did like it.
I maybe should stop playing Valkyria Chronicles. It's a good game, but it's still not it. Like it plays like a 3D version of Advance Wars or
it is
Fire Emblem, but it's I don't know. I want to pay attention to the story, but I'm also doing other things.
Yeah,
and I don't want to sit there and stop and watch like push buttony anime. Like just happen to me. Don't make me work for this conversation. I could have sworn it was a button that let them talk on their own, but I can't remember what it was, and I'm just like, I'm upset now. I don't remember what that button was.
Like I too like Valkyria Chronicles, but I'm kind of with you on that too, where it's like I find myself more gelling with the story than I am of the combat.
No, the combat is great. It's a story. I was like, oh my god, like.
And like I say, the combat is
like
good.
If it wasn't for them, like, because if you're gonna have voice content, I would like to hear it. So it's like when I'm playing it, I'm like having to stop the TV to listen, and there are people in the room with me who don't want that, and I'm like, fine. And it's just, I never really want to play Valkyria Chronicles because of that. Like Fallout, they don't do. I mean, not Fallout, but Fire Emblem, they don't do that. It's all text. I can read that and not have to mute the TV.
It's like combat.
Yeah.
And then you're done, and then cutscene.
Also, yeah, it's like what Valkyria Chronicles and the way they tell that story is like you tell like a good 5 minutes, it's like a 5-minute snippet of a story. You go out and you click another one and it's another cutscene. I'm like, dog, this could have been just one cutscene. But no, you split it up into 3 cutscenes and then like a war, or like then a battle or 2, and then 5 other cutscenes. Like, yeah, no, like this is too much. This is too much. So I don't know. Maybe I will like. I just got the Xbox streaming thing to work again because every time like they update either the app on my Steam Deck or they update the Xbox, it breaks. But then again, I don't know. I probably should try cloud gaming and see if that works again. There needs to be a better way to stream fucking video games from a local system. Like whether it's my Xbox or my PC. Especially when I'm not near the PC. Yeah, yes, Pulse, you're right. This could have been like the Valkyria Chronicles is like this could have been an email. Anywho, back to Microsoft and what they revealed. So yes, Pentiment will be releasing on today. It is out today, right now, on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Hi-Fi Rush, the surprise release of 2023 from Tango Gameworks and Bethesda Softworks will be launching on PlayStation 5 only on March 19th. You can pre-order the game starting today. Grounded will be releasing on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch on April 16th. Crossplay between all consoles and PC will be supported. And Sea of Thieves, the pirate adventure game from Rare, will be releasing on April 30th on PlayStation 5. You can wish the game right now on the PS5. And of course, crossplay will be available between Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I am surprised Sea of Thieves Actually, I'm surprised that Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush are not on the Switch. See, I mean, Hi-Fi Rush, I can see it because it probably needs the 60 to really be a good game. But Sea of Thieves, I don't see it. I don't know why Sea of Thieves. Well, that game might be pretty big.
Now, yeah, Sea of Thieves, yeah, that's gonna be a lot. The fact that Grounded is running natively on the Switch, that's feat.
Yeah. Yeah, Sea of Thieves though, I'm torn on. I feel like that should have been on the Switch.
Is it because of traumatic experiences with burnt bananas?
As to why it's not on the Switch, I don't think Anka's actions have anything to do with that.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
No, that game is great. Like, I really wish we played more. You know, Anka burned banana shenanigans aside, but it was just always a fun time. Like,
I really want to play Pentiment. I just want to see what that game is.
No, Pentiment is good because think of like an adventure game, with that old, like those old parchment Gutenberg-esque drawings, right?
Yeah, I was describing it to somebody. It's like playing a detective game but on old timey paper.
Yes. And I like the characters. The characters are good.
Yeah, I should try that. Honestly, I should just like really sit down and give it a spin.
I played a little bit of it, but it was one of those games where I was like, I feel like I need to give this more time than I really was willing to give it at the time, because it was more like I want to see what this game is like because it's on Game Pass, and I played it and I was like,
I keep forgetting, like, the Game Pass is just there. If I really wanted it, if I'm really curious about something, like, I should just download it and play it.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I lost it for, like, that 2 weeks, it was like, oh, man, I could be trying all these games. And then now that I have it back, I still not gone back to do anything. Also, Pentiment and Hi-Fi Rush are getting physical releases, being handled by Limited Run Games at Go Hometown Company. Pre-orders went live today and will be available until March 24th for Pentiment.
Yes.
Also, I did add a quote at the bottom here where I did include my Negrodamus news research, where I said sources that are close to these things are saying that the two community games will be Sea of Thieves and Grounded, while the two others may end up being Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment. So it's proof. I wrote that a week ago. I would like my flowers, please. Thank you.
What kind of flowers do you like?
I don't know. Surprise me. I'm not a flower guy, but I'll take them.
You said you said I wanted my flowers. We're trying to get you flowers. What flowers do you want?
I don't know. And more Xbox news. Xbox says it won't release cloud app on, and I meant to put iOS because people definitely misinterpreted that as no cloud app, period. When I meant to say iOS because it's all about the money. Apparently, after we shared the news last time we were live, that iOS did change their app store policies, kind of reflected things that were going on in Europe. They said, hey, if you have a game streaming app that you would like to put on the App Store, we know we blocked them 4 years ago, but now you can have at it. Microsoft, who developed an app to do that thing, said, no, we don't want it there. Because we can't sell games on it. Because of Apple's App Store rules, we can't sell games because it won't make us the money. Apple doesn't go far enough. Now, this was something I was going to write earlier about Sarah Bond, who initially responded to that, but this is the one where Big Uncle Phil came up behind Auntie Sarah and said, yes, I second what she said, to where I am like, excuse me, Auntie Sarah, Uncle Phil, gamer here, Game Pass subscriber here.
Love your work.
I'm sorry?
He was like, Game Pass subscriber here. Love your work.
Yes, love it so much. It's great. It's fantastic. But you currently do not sell games to allow us to play on the cloud. I cannot go and buy Assassin's Creed Mirage and play it on the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
What you're asking for Apple to do, you don't even currently do.
Right.
All I want is a dedicated app on iOS that will stream me the game from the fucking cloud.
God bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I do not want to use Safari. I do not want to use WebKit. I want to use a dedicated app. I don't know what technology in Voodoo you can do it to make it work better than the browser, but you were working on this technology 4 years ago. Why can't you just release that fucking app again? But of course, when the article went live, people were like, well, I can do this on Android. That's not the point. I'm in iOS, but you can do it in the browser. I don't want to do it in Safari. I want it in an app. You have it on Android. Why can't I have this on iOS? Fucking haters. I'm sick of it. I'm mad. All I want is just an app that just lets me play the games on the cloud on my phone. Ruin, I already have an Android device, but I gave my controller to Kev. And the Steam Deck doesn't allow me to install Android apps on it. Not unlike that MSI, what was it, the Claw? Let's see here. In Sony news.
Sony
ponies have one more reason to be upset. PlayStation VR is going to PC, baby. I just wanted to say it since people tell me to do that shit when some shit is exclusive to iOS. I got both. So, I have actually 2 Android devices. Thank you.
Porque los dos.
But yeah, Sony is looking to bring the PSVR 2 to PC. Today, Sony decided they wanted to announce some new games that were coming to PSVR 2. But if you were scrolling really, really quickly and skipped over, the little blurb they had in their blog post today, you would have missed this gem. Quote, also, we're pleased to share that we are currently testing the ability for PSVR 2 players to access additional games on PC to offer even more game variety in addition to the PSVR 2 titles available to PS5. We hope to make this support available in 2024, so stay tuned for more updates. This would, if the PSVR 2 does successfully come over to the PC, this will make the cheapest PC VR headset on the market at $499. Only to be just eclipsed by $50 by the Meta Quest 3. And then also there's the Meta Quest 2, which is still being sold for $250. But the Meta Quest 3 is for $350. No, wait. Is it $350 or $450? I looked that up earlier today. I did not put prices, so yeah. All I know is that the PSVR 2 is $50 more than the Meta Quest 3. The Meta Quest 3 does have internal storage. And it does have a battery. You can play it standalone. That it's bread and butter. It is leaps and bounds better than VR2. I have luckily had experience with the VR3 a couple of weeks ago. Or not VR3, but the Quest 3, and as opposed to the Quest 2, excuse me. But yeah, for standalone VR headsets, the PSVR2 will be the cheapest VR headset for PC. Just overshadowing the Valve Index, and definitely just doing leaps and bounds over anything the Vive has. Kev, Sin, if given the choice, if you were going in on some VR, where would you go? Would you like the all-encompassing features of the Quest line, of the Meta Quest line of products, the Quest 2 and the Quest 3? Would you go PC only route? And if so, what headset would you like for the PC only route?
We'll let the Sin go first on this one.
I don't really VR very much.
Mm-hmm.
I've only played one VR game. So whatever Beat Saber is on, I will be there.
All of them?
More than likely, just because I do all my other gaming on PC, it'll probably be on PC.
Well, that still gives you pretty much every headset on the market.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be an outliner, and I'm gonna go with MetaQuest.
Okay.
Because not so much on the gaming aspect, because I think it was like I remember a while back it was like Austin Evans he was using his MetaQuest, and he was like washing dishes, but then he was also like, as he was washing dishes, he was watching YouTube.
Yeah, so the MetaQuest 3 does have that color pass-through, which is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
So I experienced it every so often when trying to set up somebody's Quest 3, and I wasn't in the stationary circle, and I was like, oh shit, like yeah, I can definitely see through this thing, and then I had to back up and oh no, there's Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm. So, and then like, there's like a few little, like probably dabble with a few of like the like job simulators or some of the like light apps or whatever. But I think having that all-in-oneness, that all-in-one nature is like no PC, everything is connected within the thing itself. That just works so well for me. So I just feel like, yeah, I think I could deal with that.
So Kev is gonna sit here and look like this.
Yeah.
This is the guy I was in Atlanta, Alabama, working with Baz, using a Quest 3 in the hotel lobby with a with a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard attached to it, like just announcing to us what he was doing with his Quest 3 as we were sitting there. Like there were two other people along with us, and he was saying like, oh, I'm just covering your faces with these browser windows, so now I don't have to see you anymore. And it's like kind of watching him kind of like reach out into the sky and grab a thing and do another thing. We were like having an open conversation with him, and we're talking about like distances between places. He pulled up a fucking map in his little headset and was giving us like distances and shit.
I'd be like, I'll look that up.
Yeah, like literally what he was doing the entire time.
Right.
Like, asked him, like every time somebody came up, what do you do? It's like, oh, I'm just paying bills. Yeah.
So in the thing of like productivity works and like affordability, this is where I could definitely see like in hands of people being like not solely in the fact of like games, because games is awesome, but then also in the matter of like productivity. It also kind of reminds me that when you remember like Heavy Rain, with the FBI agent. I forgot what his name was. Aiden, something. I think Agent Pierce or something.
You are
And
definitely you are now mixing Watch Dogs and Heavy Rain.
yeah,
You're
it's like
Aiden Pierce of
Yeah.
Watch Dogs fame, but I think his name was Aiden. I think
No, it was
the
like
FBI
Aiden Pierce.
agent was Aiden.
Yeah, so he would basically take like his glasses and he'd have like these gloves, and then he would like use them to like analyze crime scenes and stuff.
So
like
he
that.
was the first one with the Apple Vision Pro.
He was the first one with Google Glass. Because that was way before Google Glass was a thing, and it was like, yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's kind of cool. But like I say, wearables would have to be small in that respect.
2010 Google Glass.
You look it up, you'll never unsee it.
I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I've worn Google Glass.
No. When you see him and the comparisons with Google Glass, you'll never unsee it.
I'm trying to figure out when this came out. 2013. Oh, okay, yeah, 2013. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Heavy Rain was first, about 3 years.
Yeah, Heavy Rain was first.
For some reason, I imagine it came out way earlier than the Google Glass came out way earlier than that, like around the same time. It was like, okay, that's just a coincidence, but no, it wasn't.
Yeah, that was first Google. That was first.
Well, I mean,
Google.
I don't know. I mean, look, Google's been probably working on shit for a long time, so it may have been conceptualized first before Heavy Rain came out, but
I'm
like
really,
the comparisons, yeah.
I'm really surprised. I am real. Well, I know Google has a track record of like, I know Google has a track record of bearing their mistakes, but I'm like, I am really surprised that Google does not have a VR headset.
I mean, they were dabbling with the cardboard joint for a minute. And like I said, yes, I have worn Google Glass before.
I'm not used to Major with less hair.
Oh yeah, that was also a time. This was, let's see, 2013. 2013.
Yeah.
People of the internet, behold an era.
Never knew Major was a glass.
I'm cackling.
Yep, I think I was first. Actually, yeah, according to this, I was first in line for this Google event.
And look at me. And when Major always talk about he don't got no clout, and he shows he got a Google Glass on. Listen.
Look, it was open to the public. I'm just saying, I just showed up.
But you went and you were there and you tried it on. Ergo, clout.
What is it, clout?
How do you think influencers influence, man?
Who was I influencing?
They
Look
go
at
to
what
events.
Google Glass is.
They go to events. They
So
try out stuff.
then I should not. I wasn't specifically invited to the event. It was open to the public.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
The
You went to
nerdy
events
asshole
too.
who got up early enough in the morning to be first in line.
And you got up there first in line, and you wore a Google Glass. Listen, come on.
So did everybody else in this line. Well, it wasn't much of a line then, but trust me.
Oh, it wasn't much of
a
a line then. Interesting.
Later in the day, it was.
Later in the day, it was. Okay, clout.
Oh my god. Cannot
Early
win with
morning people. I bet they took your name down and everything.
They
Right?
probably do. They probably did. I'm probably in
I
some
was like, "Ooh."
fucking like internal mailing list that's not being used right now. Also, just to point out too, that was the only public Google Glass event. It did not happen anywhere else.
Interesting.
It was supposed to be like all over the country, but it was in Durham, and that was it.
Oh, so you went to the first ever.
And the grand opening and the grand closing. Favor ain't fair, I guess.
I can't look at that.
Like, it was supposed to be all over, but then it was only one place, and I went there, and I'm like, "Yep, see, clout."
That's just
Make them another
coincidence. It's just happenstance.
Coincidence.
It's
Okay.
happenstance.
Clout.
I could tell you about my launch PS4.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
No, be like, this just happens to be happenstance. I don't know. Did they have an office in Durham that they were just like, this makes a lot of sense to put here of all places?
Yes, Google does have offices in Raleigh, Durham, and in Chapel Hill.
Mm-hmm.
They do it.
So they did one. So they did
not
one in
allegations.
You're really not.
What? No, y'all. I'm trying to make it look, it's not like they came from Mountain View to Durham for no reason other than to show me Google Glass. Look, if I had that kind of clout, when Google Fiber reached out to me 2 years ago, like, hey, would you like to be a part of our ad campaign? But then I told them I did not have Google Fiber. They would have just like, all right, we'll dig out online for you today, so you'll be in it tomorrow. No, I had to wait 2 years for them to come dig out the fiber for my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And I've never heard from them again.
This man held a whole art card before everybody else did, and yet.
No, there were plenty of people before me.
But you held it, and that's what we're talking about. We talking about all these people. We talking about you.
The whole country that had art cards before I did.
But we know you, and you held one.
Look, I could not help that art truck was going to be there that weekend.
Here, I'm going to listen. I'm just going to explain this to the rest of chat over here. Y'all can keep talking. Major's the kind of person who will be like, oh, like, it was just happenstance or whatever, but I happen to have these pictures, and these pictures are like, like Ludacris just happened to be there. Usher just happened to walk on by. You saw like Grover Wilson Jr. or something like this. It's just like, the founder of Linux just happened to be in his office that day for no particular reason. It's just kind of like, they're just like, yeah, we just wanted to have like a quiet little lunch over here or whatever. And they happened to be at Major's favorite biscuit place. Major's just kind of like, listen, I don't know what to tell you. These people just appeared. Like, they just happen to be here, and I just happen to be here.
I just sat down.
I don't know why y'all are making.
I sat down in a Waffle House and Hideo Kojima just walked in. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
That's like, this is the kind of stuff that happens to Major, and Major will be like, I don't know why y'all think like that. Like, I'm some like unique individual because this stuff happens to me. You're just like, who else is having that story, Major? Right. How many people?
Right.
I mean, there has to be at least one other person in a fucking Waffle House that knows what Metal Gear Solid is, right?
It's the equivalent of like
somebody who
a lot of people took pictures with Hideo Kojima, but we're not talking about all the other people. We're talking about you. We're talking about you.
No, I mean it's some high level stuff. That would be like Merge actually showing up at my house. Like,
yes. I mean, and if that happens,
should we tell them now or?
unless Kevin wants to do that.
What?
I was looking around the corner talking to Birch.
Right.
Look, I don't know how he ended up in my house, but he's here.
I got my invite. Never leaving.
Mm-hmm. Never. I'm never leaving.
I definitely didn't read an article on blackok.com about major meeting famous people.
Mm-hmm.
What is this website just now devoted to all the shit that's like, look, this is pure happenstance, but no, nobody believes me.
Mm-hmm. No, it's like, no, it's the equivalent of we believe you, but we're saying we don't believe the fact that you don't have clout. We believe these things happen. We've seen you do these things, but we're saying we don't believe you don't have clout. And we don't believe you when you say, oh, that's just not really awesome, the thing that I did. Yeah, it is.
Major will just be like, well, I mean, it's not a big deal or anything. I would just been asked to appear at, speak at, be on a panel at, or whatever. And it's kind of like, excuse me?
Look, I just think, the last thing I shared, y'all, and I'm not at liberty to discuss what that was live on air right now, but the last thing I shared with y'all, look, this is a cool opportunity, and I am blessed that I have it. But yeah, then just the raking over the coals that I got at like midnight about it. It was like, yo, like this ain't cool. Relax. Just relax. I do not have what y'all think I have. I do not have the juice.
See, under NDA, like out here under NDA in real life.
Right.
You just
Can't
don't tell
speak.
You don't tell
Can't
the
speak.
You don't tell the ops where you go be at. I'm just saying.
And that sounds
I
like
mean,
someone.
you're
I'm
not
like, you
wrong,
can't.
but also merge is also not wrong, and that's the important thing.
It'd be
right?
like, you cannot tell us you cannot tell us that you do not have juice.
Oh my god.
We're holding a cup of orange juice, Major. You're holding a cup. You have a cup in one hand. There's a pitcher on the table. You have the juice.
This is Diet Sunkiss. I don't know what you're talking about. This is orange drink.
Orange drink.
It's legally not juice.
This is bright and early. This is Tang.
This is Sunny D.
Everybody else got Tang. I say I got Tang. Sin got bright and early. You got the juice, freshly squeezed from the orange, and we sitting up here like, I'm trying to get like you, mate.
No, like you got that juice that you have to go to the farmer's market once a month to get from a specific farm.
Right.
Look,
it only comes in artisanal
chilling in a
bottles.
cooler somewhere.
I can't help
the
my
side of the
wife got
road.
this juice for me. It was my birthday.
And juice, and yet you have it.
I swear I can't win. I can't win. It's a sad day. It's a sad day when you can't win.
I mean, like the thing is, you're winning, and that's why you're arguing with us. I don't know why though.
You mad at your success? We are literally hyping. We are like, I can't win at my success.
I just walk into things.
It's like, oh my gosh. That's serendipity.
Anywho, Sony is making it easier to sign a deal PlayStation. Damn it.
Yes.
They are introducing passkeys so that way you can use your phone's biometrics or a PIN number to sign into your accounts. Which, God knows, yes, like this should be a thing that should have been implemented years ago. Not just for PlayStation. This is not me dumping on PlayStation. This is me dumping on every fucking service I have to sign on with that does not let me use a mouse and keyboard.
Yes.
For every device that is not my computer.
Mm-hmm. When I tell you the thing that I got today that I'm gonna talk about after, it. The way that I was able to log in my account with is a QR code. I'm
telling you, like, look, Discord was a game changer when they implemented that. And I love that some of these apps on like streaming services,
thank you, Birds,
do that now. Where it's like, yeah, like if you're on the same wireless network, just open the app and we'll sign you in. Gleaming hot lettuce, spicy boy. I can't. I'm just done. I'm fucking done now. Anywho, like, yeah, when you got apps that are like, hey, make sure on the same Wi-Fi network and open the app on your phone and we'll just sign you in. Or, you know, go to this, like, I'll even take the ones where it's like, go to this website on your phone, log in on your phone, and then type in like the 4-digit code or something. And it logs you in on the app on the TV. Like, anything like that, I will take. I cannot stand the fucking apps that was like, still ask you to put in a username and password. And I have a fucking, like, I don't have a remote on me, but it's like, I got like a thin little thing like this. And I'm like, M, boop, 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 A, boop, 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 J, boop, boop, boop. And it's like, why? Why are we still signing into apps like this on TVs? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Netflix, I'm looking at you. I'm only looking at you recently because I just got Netflix for my birthday. See, I want to ask because I feel like it's about me. I feel like very, very self-conscious right now because I've been clowned this entire show. But I want to ask him. Hey, Kev, what would you like to have a passkey for?
That's a good question. Like the bit.
If there was one service that you use on the regular, you'd be like, yo, why am I in 2024 so having to put in a username and password for this thing specifically?
Hulu.
I agree. Hulu too. Yeah.
I swear for it.
Well,
Because
no,
I'm telling you.
Hulu sometimes does have the go to the website and link with a code or something.
Yeah, but then it's like, it never does it when I'm like, it always does it when I'm about to sit down. It's like Sunday, it's me and mom, we're about to sit down and watch like Next Level Chef or Master Chef or pretty much anything with Gordon Ramsay in it. And we're sitting down.
I wonder if that's a device limit issue for you though.
I don't know. Because it's not like I watch Hulu on any. I think I might watch Hulu on maybe my bedroom TV or the living room TV, or maybe on, when I get really spotty, I might want to watch it on TV. I might want to watch it on like my desktop. But then when I'm logged out, I'm like, I hate it when I'm logged out. But if I could just press a button and then, or use my biometrics to just log in from the TV, log in to the TV, I would love that.
Yeah, like Netflix is, I think, I'm not sure what this one is, like now that my wife is subscribed to it, but when I was subscribed to it, we had like it seemed like it was like a 2-device limit. And I would hate it if somebody opened up Netflix on another TV that was not my TV up here or the living room TV, because that means one of the other TVs, usually mine, gets knocked off. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I was going to sit here and watch this show, but I don't even want to watch Netflix now. I just don't even want to watch Netflix. Fuck Netflix. Now I'm just watching Netflix downstairs.
Yep. Or
I too
my
love a
favorite
hot lettuce spicy boy.
Yep, I am. But like I said, sometimes when I'm like, I'm feeling really lazy, I'll just cast it from my tablet. Like I'll just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna cast this from my tablet. I ain't got time to try to log in.
Yeah.
I'm logged in on the tablet. I'm just gonna cast it.
Kev, are you also gleaming though?
No,
you're not gleaming.
Though. No, I'm just a hot lit spicy boy.
Okay.
Yep. I'm neuro spicy.
Sin, what is that one service you wish you had passkey set up for?
So that I just didn't have to put a password in to use it?
Yeah. It's like when you open up the app, it's like, hey, just verify with your biometrics, we'll log in. Boom. That you don't already have. And for examples, like Kev said Hulu, I said Netflix.
Probably Etsy.
Oh.
Okay.
Because I know of like a independent black queer artist from back in Georgia who makes all of these things, and the way that I regularly have to be like, what did you make now, and do you recommend that I buy it?
I'm gonna say, as a person who makes things, I would automatically assume they would just say yes, right?
Well, like you would think, but no.
Oh.
And that is my favorite thing. My favorite thing about them was I started, like, our friendship started with I feel like I should buy something from this table, but I don't know what I should get. And she picked one item and sent me home with one item out of a table full of them. So that was the first thing. And the second thing is, after that, it was kind of like, so capitalism is some bullshit. Like that's how that progression
I like that.
So
So
we're here.
The best friendships are formed in solidarity.
Yes. Yep.
So like they are a person who's just kind of like, obviously I would like people to buy things, but for but for my people, I'm not gonna recommend you just anything that you buy up here. I'm just like, this I think would specifically look good on you. And it's not even the most expensive thing either, if you wanted to ask that question.
I didn't, but it's good to know.
But yeah, she's fantastic.
So yeah, so Sony is making it easier for you to sign into your PlayStation accounts. This is for PlayStation accounts. This is for PS4. This is for PS5. So go nuts with that. The DICE Awards were last week. I think. I don't know. It was sometime. And Spider-Man 2 finally got its due. They came home with the most awards that were awarded to them by video game execs and I guess department heads. You know, the people who don't lose their jobs when layoffs are happening. But don't you worry, Baldur's Gate 3 still won Game of the Year. Yeah, if you want to check out the full list, definitely check out dcanalyst.net. Did I hear Baldur's Gate 3? You did. You did. Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year at the DICE Awards this year.
Yes.
In case anybody was wondering where I stepped off to for the briefest of moments.
Isotoners?
Huh?
Isotoners?
No. Yet another new mask shipment because we have to constantly replace these.
Makes sense. Let's see here. Epic Games gave away nearly $2,000 of games in 2023. Those games were downloaded over 580 million times. Which I wonder what the math is on that, because I'm pretty sure that could have been like, you know, salary for everybody they let go. I'm just saying, like, we can go without a free game if it means that people can actually get paid salaries. But, you know, hey, marketing is going to market, I guess. Spending did go up 10. Wrong one. Active users did go up 10% year over year. They reached 75 million monthly active users in December, which is 10% more than it was last year. However, when it compares to Steam last reported in 2021 that Valve had 132 million monthly active users. Steam concurrent users went from 27.4 million to 33 million by January 2023. And it's only been growing since there. So while Epic did get some more people playing on their platform, they still have a long way to go before it catches up to Steam. So I was going to return value to the share. I don't give a fuck. I'm not here for the shareholders. Let's see here. Spending also increased 60%, which brought in $950 million. Of course, games like Genshin Impact, Dead Island 2, and Fortnite were going to help drive those numbers up. Also, Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 did come out as an Epic Store exclusive. And that game sold gangbusters. Or at least that's what people say it did, even though I think Remedy is like, yeah, I don't know. It didn't really do well. It sounds like they were pulling a Square Enix, but I'm more inclined to believe Remedy than Square in this scenario. So my question is, hey, what will it take for you to shop on Epic as opposed to Steam? Kev.
Yes.
What would it take for you to shop on Epic instead of Steam? Which I realize now that question is definitely a harder is a harder question than it was maybe 3 days ago.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a bit. It's a little foreshadowing.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. It would, to like physically like shop there, it would have to be like probably discounts, definitely demo code, definitely deeper discounts.
Have you got game keys for Epic Games? Since I've been getting them, they've always been Steam. Oh, okay.
I got 2.
Okay.
This was, I think it was like Shakedown Hawaii, which was really good at the time. I might get a Steam key for that one. And then the next one was Startup was a game called Startup Panic. Yeah, Startup Panic. It was one of those like management games in the style of like Game Devs Tycoon type game. It's really good. It was really good. It's really good at the time. They sent me a key for that. So it was like 2 of those. And I think I bought the one game that I bought on Epic that was an Epic release at the time. And now I'm rethinking that because of what we're going to talk about later was Ooblets. I played a lot of Ooblets and I had a really good time with it. It was during this early access period, and I think when it came to 1.0, it was like, all right, cool. The 1.0 stuff had clicked over, and then I just finished that out. So, because they didn't restart everything, which I ended up having to play that twice because I had my save. I was at chapter 3. Which there's no chapters, but I was like at 30% into the game, and I lost my save, completely, utterly lost the save, couldn't get the save back. This was before they instituted cloud saves. It was like right at the cusp of them doing cloud saves, and then I lost everything. And then they had cloud saves, and then I'm like, okay, I get everything back. But beforehand, I lost my save, and I got back. And when I say I powered through that 30%, I powered through that 30%. But it was still just a good game, so I just like replayed it all over again. So Ooblets was one game that I bought, and I don't think I bought any more games since. Most of it is just like freebie, is like Epic freebies.
Sid, what will it take for you to shop on Epic as opposed to Steam?
Generally speaking, just a reason to.
Yeah, was that the answer?
No, like that's like just a reason. Like I can't. There aren't a lot of things that I run into. It's like games that I like to play. That's kind of like, hey, like this is specifically that you have to go to Epic for this as opposed to here or what have you. If I had
So like the exclusivity.
It's either exclusivity or being like deep discounts.
Okay.
Like, hey, whatever you're buying, you could be buying it for like half that price over here. Other than that, I'm just like.
So nothing to shift you over to Epic being the default store when you were like, I've got a hankering to buy a video game, or this new video game's out, I'm gonna go buy it on Epic as opposed to Steam.
Yep.
Yeah, I know I share Kev's answer as to why I am almost exclusively a Steam person, and it pains me so much when I can't get it on Steam. Pains me so
What is the reason?
We'll get into that in a bit.
Okay.
Last but not least, in streaming news, Twitch is increasing its sub prices in select countries next month. If you live in the UK, Canada, Australia, or Turkey, you're gonna have to pony up a little bit more. Looks like in the UK, Canada, and Australia, you'll see a £1 or $1 increase on your tier 1 subs. Tier 2 and 3 subs will stay the same. However, in Turkey, because apparently the lira has gone like to shit, apparently. A tier 1 sub will go from 9.90 lira to 43.90 lira, which is 43.90 lira, which in US dollars is 32 cents to $1.42 for a tier 1 sub. Tier 2 and tier 3 will also adjust accordingly to the currency. This is only for web subscriptions only. Mobile subscriptions will stay the same until they update the app. Also, these are not the only countries. Twitch will be modifying some sub changes in other countries in the future. Who knows? Maybe even in the US.
What is the reason?
Daddy Bezos says that that Twitch is not bringing in enough money. But of course, let's see here. Oh, Twitch states that it's quote updating prices in several countries to help streamer revenue keep pace with rising costs and reflect local currency fluctuations. End quote.
To keep up with rising costs, you're not paying people more, so what more is it costing you?
Are you talking about, you thinking about like rising costs? Are you talking about rising server costs, rising broadcast costs? Because that's the only thing I can think about rising costs. Like when you think about it's like you're selling, if you think about like a MacGuffin, something that doesn't really have like a lot of tangible value, but tangible value to the people who you're sending
business. It's you won't understand. It's just business.
I know, like I say, I can understand business if you can then say like, oh, we felt the need to come up on the prices. We came up.
Major's being silly.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah. But I'm just
business.
like,
it's business.
Right.
You won't understand. It's business.
It's the business.
Like, okay, so it takes a particular kind of acumen
to
understand the angles that we're coming from in these challenging and unprecedented times. You know, the kind of things that people say that make you immediately want to punch them through the screen.
It's like, we're trying to become lean and agile and more efficient. So
you mean like Vice?
Ooh. I saw I saw the beginning and then I saw the end of it, and I'm like, ooh.
Tired of people finding out about what's happening with their careers via social media at this point.
Well, that's because that's where they're reporting their news now. Various other platforms, because see, this is why I would like to point out, like DC analysts, we like to go off of through the subs, through Patreon subs. Please hit us up, patreon.com/that's your analyst, because Vice had an issue with ads. We can't sell ads. We can't make money off of ads. I don't want to give you ads.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'd rather pull Uber or weird jobs like the one I was just on to make sure that the servers are paid for. That way you do not get ads. You get the news. And if somebody points at, like, I had an issue with MajorLinux.com where somebody said, hey, the font you're using is violating GDPR. And I changed the font. That's how much I fucking care. To where if you tell me like, hey, this is violating my rights in my country, your font is, I will find a different font, because I am not here to fuck you over. Right. I don't want to.
That being said, that is very funny.
Yeah, it was the Google fonts. Apparently the Google fonts do track, which is outrageous.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. The Google font, yeah, like what Merge was saying, like the Google fonts were loading remotely. So I had to figure out a way to get them to be local to the machine I was running the website from. Yeah. Like I changed it initially, then I was, I could just have them load locally, and then it fixed the problem. Yeah. So yeah, like it was like, even there was talk on Mastodon. Apparently there is talk again on Mastodon about, your DMs aren't private on Mastodon. I was like, well, motherfucker, they're not private anywhere. Anybody who runs the social network, like if you're worried about the admins and the mods reading your DMs, guess what? Twitter can read them, Blue Sky can read them, Threads can read them, Instagram can read them, Snapchat can read. Your DMs were never private. Like, no, they were never private.
That's why you don't be writing down incriminating evidence.
That's what Signal and iMessages is for.
Right.
But my whole thing with them is like the same thing with the GDPR stuff and the websites, and why, again, I really do not see us having like a Vice problem, is the fact that I do not care enough to try to violate your civil liberties online. Like, I have too much other shit going on to where I am not going to read your DMs. I am not going to try to exploit your data, sell your data. I have
Major
better
just
things
told
to
y'all,
do.
listen, we are booked and busy over here. We don't like the time. I don't have it to be reading all your stuff.
Or the fact of the matter is, like, when people were talking about stuff, look, I know you can read DMs on Mastodon, but I don't know how. It would take me work to do that. I do not, like, I love you all, but I do not give a shit about you that much to where I need to know what you're writing in a DM. Kev, I love you like a brother, but I do not give that much of a shit about you to read your DMs.
Of course not.
Like, I don't know where to look to do it, let alone just want to. But yeah, this is why we ask for support from viewers and readers like you. So we don't have a vice problem. So we don't have an ad problem. Again, I am actively saying,
we don't want ads to become one of our vices, is what he's trying to say.
Thank you. Like I said, look, run an ad blocker on my YouTube videos. Bless you.
Thank you.
I will get, like, if you want to sit there and download my YouTube videos to a Plex server, go right the fuck ahead. I don't care. I don't see the ad revenue anyway. I'd rather give this shit to you for free. I really would. I would appreciate the support, but my thing is, I'm not sitting there trying to make money off of anybody. That's dumb as shit. The information should be open and freely available, and I will stand by that for it until I die. So you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that Vice bullshit here.
Mm-hmm.
That was sad.
It was sad.
What happened to Vice was fucking sad as shit. And it's like, oh, you can use other platforms to put our news out. Like, yeah, that's the problem with other platforms like Facebook. I don't trust shit on Facebook. I'm not about to read your shit on Facebook. Like, I'm sorry. It's just no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ruin's. Oh, by the way, Ruin is offended for you, Kev.
Okay.
How dare I not give a shit about you in your DMs? Anywho, that's the end of the show. I hear it is special show and tell time on the show.
Oh, yeah.
It is special show and tell time. So, Kev, let's see here. Can I do this? I'm going to see if I can. Okay. Keep talking. I'm going to work on something in the background. Just before you show the thing stretch, I'll let you know. Not what I meant. Not what I meant, damn it.
You said stretch. You didn't say quiet.
I did. I'm the asshole. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you could have kept talking. I would just say, like, stretch before you show the thing. But it's fine now. I have you set up.
Okay.
So give me a second for a transition. There we go. All right. You're good now.
Okay.
Now we have a Kev Cam.
All right. So I through the absolute utter generosity of Merge, and I just want to say that, like, Merge gave me his Steam Deck, his old Steam Deck.
I wish I had like an overlay, just like stars just blinking everywhere, like the what is it, like the Price is Right, like the little marquee lights that just showed up.
I'll do like the Zelda meme. And so yes, I am now the owner of a Steam Deck. And when I tell you this is nice, I mean, this is absolutely nice. It's like it has some heft to it. Like it's very much heavier and denser than a Switch, but it's surprisingly lighter than I thought it was going to be. Like I feel the heft, but I thought it was like almost like going to be like a brick.
Hold it up a little bit higher.
Hold on. Hold up so I can show it to you. So yeah. So
So what exactly are we working with? And don't be afraid to say it this time, like you were earlier.
So this is the LCD Switch deck. It has a built-in 512 Steam Deck, and it also has a 512 SD card built in, included, put in with it. And also, Merch was awesome, and he sent me it with D-brand screen protector, tempered glass screen protector. So it's on right now, and it's so cool. The first game that I played on it was Balatro, obviously, and Merge gave me a glowing recommendation to try Balatro with it. I've been playing it with the touch. I've been playing it mostly with the touch screen in bed, and it is definitely a good time. The one thing that I would definitely say that would be like a bit of a knock on it is that it doesn't have a kickstand built in, but it's fine. I will definitely be getting one of those kickstands, and I'll just pop a kickstand on it. And
Again,
I like it.
I recommend the Deckmate, deckmate.me.
Deckmate.me.
Yep. Or if you know somebody who has a 3D print, I think you can get the 3D files for free, and some might get 3D printed if you know someone who 3D prints. But I mean, for $35, it's not that bad.
Right. I'll check into it, but I'll also reach out to DD, because DD is also working on some 3D projects that I got on. So I'll probably be like, DD, could you like look at like a 3D printed kickstand for me, please? So it's like, yeah, this is great. It's not on right now. I had it shut down. So the only thing that I played on it thus far was I played what else did I play on it? I played Balatro, and then I played Time Wasters. And I gotta tell you that like playing Time Wasters on it is definitely a good time. I also have a dev had sent me a copy of their game called Geometry Survivor.
Oh, you got that too? You got that too?
I got that too.
You got that too?
I got it too. Because I was like, yo, I've been playing a good bit of like surviving games.
Yeah.
And I played Nimrod for like the Steam Next Fest, and then I've been like dabbling with
Did you play Nimrod before I suggested it or after?
I literally was uploading video.
Okay.
When you were saying Nimrod's got to be on your list, and I'm like, dog, it was already going to be on my list. It was I have video of it. Fresh record that day. And so Nimrod was basically on my list already. It's like I appreciate it, but I got it. So
see, now you know how I feel on TikTok when you be sending me videos I've already seen.
Right.
Like,
but then I'll be like,
seen it, God.
Well, you gonna see it again.
You gonna hear this recommendation again?
Yeah, I want to let you know. Did you see it, Major? Did you see it?
When I run up to you with an indie game, like, look, you should know this one is good. I played it and I enjoyed it. Right,
and I'm like, yeah, that carried clout. So I was glad when you mentioned it. It was like, I was glad when you mentioned it, but I was like, yeah, I definitely have seen this. But yeah, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Survivor games. I'm like, dog, I've been playing a lot of Survivor games. I was like, can I get a key for that? And they were like, bet. And I was like, just sent it to me. And
yeah, I thought they were going to deny me, but I was like, oh shit, it came through. Let's go.
Yeah, so I haven't played that one yet, but it's on the deck, so I'm gonna play it. And so I got Wildflowers on here. I have Stardew, Graveyard Keeper, pretty much all the farming sims that I own is on my deck. Fae Farm's on here. I haven't played that yet. I haven't played anything graphically intensive yet but I will be putting tomorrow I'll put Monster Hunter Rise on here and then probably do a couple hunts on this. And then I'm also gonna put Sandrock on here to kind of get a test of it. And part of me was also thinking about putting Integrate, but I feel like Integrate's gonna take a long time to download. So
it might take a long time to download, but it does work though.
It does work.
It does run. I play most of Integrate on my Steam Deck.
So I feel like that's probably going to be the thing that gets me through to Integrate, because not actually having to like crank it up and then actually can just play it on my deck.
Okay, so the question is, do you have it installed on your PC?
Yes.
So I might send you some instructions on how to enable like the transfer between systems.
Uh-huh.
Because if you have at least a fast enough like LAN connection between your PC and your Steam Deck, it'll just transfer the files from your PC to your Steam Deck, so you don't have to download it over the internet.
Okay.
That is a feature they enabled a few months ago.
Yes, send me that, and then also send me that deck.
Yep.
The deck
I'll put the links in. I'll put the links in our place.
Okay. So definitely let me know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I got you.
But
I got you. I'm excited.
So, yeah.
I'm excited for you, dog.
I'm excited for me. I'm definitely excited.
I'm excited for me too. Like, yeah.
I am so. It's been so cool, and I'm gonna tell you right now how awesome Merge is. When I opened the box for it, it looks in the quality of. I just bought this on eBay. Like I bought this from eBay. So I bought this from like a 99% seller, 5-star seller, and it looked exactly as if it came out of the box. It came like I just bought it from Gaben himself.
Okay, so now I have a question for you. Because see now, what you tried to avoid, you stepped into my trap.
Okay.
Who shipped it better?
Don't make me choose.
Who shipped it better?
Don't make me choose, man. Don't make me choose.
Who shipped it better, Merge with a Steam Deck or me with the Xbox Series S?
Do not make me choose. I will not. Nope. Played yourself. Nah, I ain't doing that.
Nah. I saw. Yeah. I didn't realize you shot 2 videos of it. So I actually saw. I saw the one you shared on Discord through the friend feed on TikTok, and then I went to the For You page, and that's where I saw the other one where you were actually doing the unboxing. I was like, oh shit, yeah, like damn, like he packed that in there like it was new as shit.
It wasn't even like they have like the pull tab where you can like rip it off and then like it pops out easily. It was still there. The bag was still there. Like, yeah, and then when I
ordered it new, like I was like, did he just order him a Steam Deck?
Like, yeah, and it was like that's what I was like. I was like, dang, did Merch just order me a Steam Deck and just like made sure that it was good and then just like repackaged it and I'm like, all right, that's cool, bet. And I'm like, that was the crispest thing and then put the D brand on top of the screen.
It's always those surprises. It's those surprises.
I was like, yo,
like when when the CPU came in for Major Rig, my little surprise was the SSD for the Steam Deck. And I wouldn't have seen it because the box was just full of fucking styrofoam peanuts.
Yeah.
And it wasn't if it wasn't for me just like accidentally knocking the box over a little bit, I wouldn't have seen it and would have thrown the box away.
Yeah.
Or my son would have gotten to it.
Yeah, and then it was like and then like the SD card was in the slot, and I was like, wow, already ready to go. Like the only thing I physically had to do was like put the protector on, and the protector was like, and then that process was, and shout out to D-Brand, that was a really like simple.
Yeah, their
like,
processes
install.
are really simple to put this stuff on.
Yeah, I think it was more stressful. I think it was less stressful to put on this protector than it was putting on my Switch protector, because that's what, and I still have like a little like, I still got like a little bit of a not so much a chip notch, but like a little piece of dust that got caught at the edge right here. And me holding my Switch now in my hand.
Yep.
It's like, this
is a child's toy now.
This is like a child's toy. This is for my Munchkin. Like, this is like Munchkin hands.
This is like, for a man. This is a man's thing right here.
This is basically exclusives, demos that I can't play on Steam, and then that's pretty much about it. Like, unless it is made specifically for the Switch, everything is going to be on Steam, and everything's going to be played, and everything's going to be on Steam, and we're going to have a Steam Deck, and it's going to be on the Steam Deck.
Are you buying? So, of the games you have on the Switch now that are available on Steam, would you rebuy them on the Steam Deck?
I think the only thing that the only two that I would probably, I'm looking at my game collection now. I think the only two that I think that I could physically rebuy would be Live Alive and Bravely Default 2. I could do those again. Triangle Strategy, that's going on the Steam Deck. Triangle Strategy, that's going on the Steam Deck. Aeolden comes out in April, that's going on the Steam Deck. Because that's
that's another thing I need to set you up with too. The Xbox thing I use, so you can stream your Xbox games on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. Let me know.
Let me know, and I see what I got that I've worked on.
Because as a newly indoctrinated Steam Deck user, I need all the recommendations. So
don't forget Steam Link too. So like, if your home network is fast enough, like you leave it, like the games that you would think may not, or the games that may not play on the Steam Deck, or you think would just like look better on PC, you can just stream them from the PC onto your Steam Deck.
I like I say, and that's what I'm saying. Having a Steam Deck, having a Steam Deck having a Steam Deck now, I understand that this is basically, I'm not saying like this one is on its way out for me, or I'm like, garbage, throws in the garbage. But it's more or less like, I can now see.
You don't need to wait for Switch 2.
Yeah.
You already have it now.
Like, I already have it. Like, so it's really just maintain this for, exclusives for community nights, like Mario Kart and Mario Party, and like maybe dabble in some Switch Sports whenever I get the enable. But really, this is like indie games, forget about it. Portability with my indie games, forget about it. Emulation, I told you before we started, all I just need to find is BIOS. If I can find BIOS, I'd have had it done today, or at least Sunday. Because emulation on the Steam Deck is incredibly easy. It's like, run this script.
Yeah, it's a Linux PC, which brings me to I think my final question.
Mm-hmm.
How deep in Linux do you think you're going to get now?
Probably Surface deep. Like not like not because I mean I've dabbled with Linux. I think Ubuntu a little bit,
Oh,
but
that's right.
it was like
you can now tell people, you can brag online that you're an Arch user.
yeah.
That's a big deal on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You can now brag. So yes, that's right. I run Arch.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell them it's on a Steam Deck.
No.
I run Arch.
Right. I've seen like, but prior to this, I've seen people get like builds and then run like Chimera OS, which is like a more open version of Steam OS. And then you can see like people like basically making like Steam boxes, the equivalent of like remember like Steam machines, like that. And I have thought I wouldn't mind taking some reasonably priced hardware, and then putting like Chimera OS on it and making like a little light Steam gaming machine.
Don't you still have that other PC?
I do, but I do have that. But I'm like that one is earmarked for the office. That's probably going to be a definitive office PC, but still going to need Windows on it.
I say if you want to try that, like use a VM on your main machine or something like that, and just kind of poke around with that.
I thought about that.
Yeah,
I thought about that.
I will look into that first before taking the undertaking. But hey, again, like I said, any Linux questions, I got you.
You're the first. You're the first call. You're the first call.
Yay! I like being
dog. It's in your name. The brand. Yeah.
How do I cover it? Oh, damn it! I can't cover it. It's all hot. Damn it.
I love the fact that you tried.
I tried. Damn it! It's not there. It's not there. Fuck.
I love the fact that you made an attempt.
An attempt was made.
Yeah.
I cannot put it on Reddit. An attempt was made.
An attempt was made. But yeah, I like I say again, I've only played it for like maybe less than 30 minutes, but I see all of its potential. I see why it is good. I see why people, there are people who are like, I like it, or it's too chunky or cumbersome, but it really is like, nah, dog, this is good. This is like the evolution of those Steam machines. I'm just waiting for like Steam to just open the floodgates and make Steam OS open source enough to where that other people could just build.
So what I'm hearing, from what I'm hearing, the official review brought to all of you by Kevin is get into it.
Yes. If you have the ability to get in on this, because it is indeed worth the price of admission.
I mean, it's easier to get into it now, especially with them selling refurbished machines. The prices did drop when they announced the OLED. I mean, there's a myriad of devices. Like I still personally probably wouldn't buy anything from AONEO, even though they do got that slide one that looks like a T-Mobile Sidekick. I kind of want that one.
There are a lot of like.
I am jealous of Ray Apollo. I am jealous of Ray Apollo because every time one comes out, like of all those handhelds, every time one comes out, he got it, and I'm like, damn.
I'm jealous of two YouTubers. I'm jealous of Bob Wolf, and I'm jealous of ETA Prime.
Yeah, him because ETA Prime.
Because they get them, and they get them early. And a lot of their content is like emulators and handhelds, and I'm like, I think like Bob Wolf is definitely like the louder anti ETA Prime, because ETA is like so chill, and ETA is so chill, and he talks about the builds and he talks about the emulation and whatnot, and he has huge hands. But yeah, it's just seeing those dudes break down break it, talk about them and break it down. It's like, they sold me on the game. Like Wolf sold me on the game lad. Like, and it's like, it was a combination of like Sauced Up. I think it was like Sauced Up K on Sin might know what I'm talking about. Saw Step K. Sin sold me. They sold me. They sold me on the Game Lad, on this exact Game Lad, because they also had translucent purple, and I got this. So this one's gonna be like I'm going to the dealership to get my car serviced. Throw it in the back. I'm going to get a haircut. Throw this in my back pocket. I'm going to I gotta wait in this waiting room. Take this, play like a quick fight or something of do like a quick battle, put it in the sleep mode, slide in my pocket, and keep it moving. The Steam Deck is going to be I'm home and I'm tired and I just want to play Balatro in bed. That's what I'm doing. This is what this is. This is on the couch. This is for long trips. I mean, long, disgustingly long trips. I'm gonna be in a car. I'm gonna be on a plane for 8 hours, and I need something to play. This is it.
Yeah, that definitely.
This is what this
deck made. You can
right.
You can attach a battery to it. Clip it on the back of the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I was recommended the Deckmate when I was thinking of attaching an external hard drive to my Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because dealing with 64 gigabytes at the time, I was like, well, shit, I would like to have more than just the 64 gigabytes. I have tons of hard drives here. Why can't I just put that on the Steam Deck? Just take a hard drive, attach to the Steam Deck. And they're and I was like, I'll just tape it. I'll figure some way to just tape it to the Steam Deck. And they're well, they got this thing called the Deckmate. And I was like, oh shit, that is exactly what the fuck I need.
Mm-hmm.
And as I wasn't even thinking about the battery, they were thinking about batteries. I was thinking about a fucking hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit, this is it. This is that unhinged shit that I'm looking for, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it. I know something I needed to. There was another link I needed to share with you. But hopefully, when you take a look at Discord, you'll remind me what it is. But until then, thank you everybody for tuning in. I know it's been an extra long time. Look, I'm sure we're up to amazing things. I know everybody had birthday celebrations except for me last weekend. Mine is this weekend, so hey.
I just yeah, I just chilled, hung out with my mom and my baby, and ate a meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going somewhere, and I have no idea where I want to go. I haven't eaten out like that in a year, so I'm fuck, I don't know what the hell's out there.
I mean, you can always have a succulent Chinese meal.
But see, my son doesn't eat Chinese like that, and I have to. I think about him, so I was like, I could go. We have a fucking Benihana type place down the street. I was like, oh, shit, my son doesn't eat any of that. And I would like a lot of food. I would like to fucking pass out Saturday. That's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Anywho, but yeah, things are going on. Hopefully, we'll see you back next week for the rare fifth Thursday in February, because it's leap year. We will be back on leap day.
Yeah.
Play some games on Tech Talk Thursday Plays. Of course, you can catch the show over at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of places. We're a lot of places. We're in 12 different places. Also, there's an RSS feed, so we can be in infinite places.
It's wild.
Right. You can catch the YouTube video over at youtube.com/majorlinks. Of course, you can go to majors.house/TTTvid for the specific playlist. You can catch us over at dcanalyst.net, where you can catch this show and many articles that we feature on this show. Of course, you can follow us over on Mastodon. All of our information is down there below. You can email us. Yes, and there is an email address, ttt@majorshouse.com. Information, again, down there in the description. So yeah, that's all I've got. Of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream in the world. You could have been playing the game yourself, but you said, no! They've been gone for 2 weeks, and damn it, I want a show. And for that, I said thank you. And I'm sorry. See, they can't stop me from saying I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it anyway.
Okay. Major acts like we won't get revenge about that at some point.
And they will. I've accepted my fate.
Okay.
And on that note, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. And peace out.
Wakanda forever. And Steam Deck forever as well.
Yeah.
You